Okay. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Leah Martino, and I'm the programming manager for Black People Don't Tango Productions. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing Olivia Pontoo, who played Cynthia Walker in the short film Black People Don't Tango. Olivia is an actress, a singer, and a standardized patient at the Medical College of Georgia. Olivia's most notable works are A Very Merry New Year, Karma, and Lover's Lane, and most recently, Black People Don't Tango. You can find Olivia on Facebook as Olivia Pontoo and on Instagram at Olivia Pontoo. Today, I just have a few questions for you about your experience in Black People Don't Tango and as an actress in the South. So, firstly, what inspired you to audition for Black People Don't Tango? Slash, how did you get involved with the project?
Well, first, let me say thank you for having me. It's exciting to see you all. Well, that's a interesting question because actually, I didn't really audition.
Mhm,
There was a young lady that was previously going to play the part, and I
mhm,
think for whatever reason, she had to step out, and her character had to be replaced
mhm.
at the last minute. And young lady, Juliet Lyric Ford, that I know that is a part of the production team of the film, knows me and knows my work. So she reached out to me and said, we need somebody. Would you be interested? And I said, of course. Let me speak with Miss Lucinda. And
Mhm.
when we spoke, she said, I think you can do this. You can handle this. So
Yeah,
that's how that happened.
that's so exciting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And
it was really out of the blue.
mhm. And then what were your first impressions of the script slash the idea of the film when you read it?
So another funny story.
Mhm.
Um, I was like, "Oh, this is neat. This is kind of funny." And so she was telling me what it was about because anytime before I agreed to take a part, of course, I asked, what's the content and
Yeah.
what is it about. And so as she was telling me about it, I was saying, oh, that's kind of funny, and
Mhm.
and then she kept saying, and then my husband Robert and this and Robert that, and something clicked in my brain. I said, Robert, and her name is Lucinda Clark. So I said, Clark, Robert Clark. Is he a doctor? Is your husband a doctor? And she says, yes. I said, well, he's my doctor. And it
Oh
turned
my
out that he's my doctor of
God.
15 years. so, so it's kind of funny. So we were like, okay, don't tell him that I'm going to play his wife so that when he first comes to his first scene that we have to shoot together and he sees me, he'll kind of be like, what are you doing here? And it was really funny when he walked in. He looked at me like, this is not a doctor's appointment. So
So
yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
yeah, that's a really good story. I call her Miss C and I love Miss C and I feel like that's something that she would so want to do, a little surprise, a little switcheroo. Yeah.
Right.
And then my next question would be, can you explain your character for viewers who may have not seen the film?
Okay, so basically, Cynthia Walker is the wife of Mr. Walker, and they've been traveling and going around, and they make a trip to Argentina, and she falls in love with the Argentine tango, and probably what you don't see behind the scenes is
Mhm.
that she takes lessons and starts learning how to do it, and wants him to do it as well, really, in the true sense of the story.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it, and he wouldn't do it. Um, but in this story, he kind of like he surprised her, and I think he did kind of surprise her in the end. But they really do tango, and they've been
Mhm.
doing it for like 11 years. And I said, "Oh, y'all dance for me," and so I still have a recording of them dancing, and I think it's just so neat to see because you don't think of Black people tangoing.
Mhm.
You think of tango, we're not the people that come to mind. So, so that was the premise, of the
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
And then what did you do to prepare for your character, Cynthia Walker?
Um, well, as always with most of my characters, I try to get a history on them and find out about them. Um, knowing a little bit about Miss Lucinda, that she's a businesswoman, she's in a sorority. I'm
Mhm.
in a sorority, not the same sorority, but knowing
Oh
how
my
that
gosh.
works,
What
knowing how that
sorority?
works, and then just knowing her husband, just kind of talking to her, and just kind of it was great that she was on set, of course, all the time, so I could really talk to her and be like, "Is this how you would do this? Is this how you would act?" But with most characters, I try to talk to people if they're not alive, talk
Yeah.
to people that knew them or find out any history about them
Mhm,
and try to look at film or video of them to try to get their mannerisms down and things of that nature.
mhm. Do you feel kinda like a historian trying to find out about people's lives and people's pasts to kind
Exactly, exactly. You do have to do a little bit of research.
of
I'm actually about to do a little monologue piece on a lady from Augusta, well, that wound up in
Mhm,
Augusta, that was an ex-slave at the Augusta Museum. So I'm I did a little research on her. I had never heard about her. So yeah, you got to kind of put some time in a little bit when you're doing characters,
yeah.
if they're realistic characters at least.
Yes, definitely. And then how do you, as an actress, prepare for a comedy like Black People Don't Tango in comparison for a drama?
Well, comedic acting comes very natural to me. I'm kind of the laugh of the party anyway. I always
Mhm.
crack things, so it really just comes natural to me. I just kind of do what I think would be funny, or
Yeah.
say it in the way I think people would think it was funny. This was my part, my character was
Mhm.
not necessarily funny. She wasn't funny, but the storyline was funny.
Yes.
I think my husband, Robert Clark, his character and what he was doing, those were the funny scenes.
Mhm.
Um, but as opposed to when I'm preparing for a more serious dramatic role, of
Mhm.
course, I try to think back about something that I've had some roles, like I played Emmett Till's mother in a
Oh.
theater piece, and
Mhm.
so I had to do a monologue with that, and I had to cry, and um, and so I would cry, and people were saying, "Well, how are you just crying like that on cue?" And I said, "Well, I'm thinking back to something in my own personal experience that
Yeah.
really affected me." And so when I think about it, it brings me to tears. And so
Yes.
I have to apply that in that role. So
Mhm.
yeah, you just try to reach, think about something that is relatable in your life,
Mhm.
when you apply these scenes.
Yeah. That that definitely, as someone who used to do theater in high school, I feel like I've definitely used some of those tricks to
Right,
produce
right.
emotion on stage. Yeah, that's definitely a cool acting tactic. And then just
Mhm.
the last question, what was your favorite part in acting in the film?
Ooh, my favorite part. Probably would have been when we were trying to dance and we were failing at it miserably. So that was funny, yeah. Because when you can dance and
Mhm,
then you're trying to act like you can't, it
mhm,
makes it funny.
yeah,
When I got the opportunity to see it, even though I was there and I had done it, I still was cracking up, like, it
yeah,
was like the first time I had seen it. So that was fun.
yeah. Do you have any tango experience yourself or
Whatsoever.
Mm,
No tango. I have danced, but
mhm,
not tango,
mhm.
not tango. And I learned something myself when the tango instructor said to the character, it's not choreographed. You kind of make it up on the spot.
Oh,
I'm like, wow, because when you see them dancing,
mhm,
it looks like, oh, they have practiced this. And
yeah,
it is just so smooth. And it's like, wow, it's not choreographed. Y'all are just kind of going with the flow.
mm,
So that was kind of neat. But no, I don't have any experience. Dr. Clark did give me a few lessons, while I was there. So, no, but I would definitely never probably go out in public trying to do it.
I feel like why not? Just give it a go. Give it
I mean, I'm a kind of why go for, go for
yeah,
it, but yeah, so I would do it, but if it was like a really like a definitely not definitely no competitions and
yeah,
um,
no.
just to have fun. Yeah, just to have fun. Yeah, I'd do it.
Well, this was great. Thank you so much for talking with me. And everybody should check out Black People Don't Tango on YouTube and Vimeo. Thank you so
Yes, definitely
much.
should. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you all enjoy it. Please, when you watch it, leave some comments for us, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you, Miss Leah.
Thank you.